Welcome to another edition of Screen Time, movie streaming and everything in between. Gary Tangui and Drew Yano. Hot topic today, everything, everywhere, all at once. You either love it or you don't. I think I may be the only one that really liked it, but can't stop thinking about it. So this is the topic that Drew and I are going to discuss. Starring Michelle Yeoh, also Jamie Lee Curtis, both of them Academy Award winners. I thought Stephanie Hsu as the daughter was terrific. Kiwi Kwan also winning an Academy Award. So they swept the Academy Awards. So this is about a family, an Asian American family. They run a family business, a laundromat, and it's about trying to keep the family together. However, that's as best I can describe it because, Drew, there are so many other unique avenues that they take in this. That is one of the reasons why people like you don't like it.
That's putting it mildly. I don't think it's about keeping the family together because the only one who seems to want to keep the family together is the husband.
Right.
But I mean, let me start with this. I don't want to hate on it too much, but it's not for me. This is right. Not my cup of tea at all.
I mean, and I should mention it's also multiple universes. I mean, everything, everywhere, all at once.
You're going to get me going on the universes first, but I don't want.
Go for it. We'll go for it. Let's talk. Well, Drew, let's break it down because
first of all, what is it? Is it a comedy? Is it a drama? Is it horror? Is it science fiction? What the hell is it? I give the guy credit for all the close cuts and quick cuts and all the shifting and all that stuff. Okay, that's interesting, but you put it together, it makes no sense. Gary, there's two men fighting with butt plugs in. There's people battling with dildos. There's people with hot dog fingers. All right, what's the connection? I know multiple universe. I got it. There's multiple universes. Apparently, in some universe, you have hot dog fingers. I got it. I like this universe. I'm in this one, okay? And in my universe, I like Casablanca, The Graduate, Butch Cassidy, Rain Man. More recently, Slumdog Millionaire, Coda, for Christ's sake. Coda won the Academy Award last year. There's one universe there in Coda. That was a pretty good universe.
Great story.
This universe, at one point, there's two rocks sitting on a cliff.
Right.
In that universe, there's no life forms, but these rocks can talk. And feel, because they even mentioned, because one of them says, I feel X, whatever the hell it is. How's their language if there's no life form?
Right.
And I know the guy's kind of playing with us, but I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play that game.
Right.
And it just, wow. Gotta say, just didn't make any sense to me. You can have multiple universes and all that stuff. It's been talked about for years. Maybe there's such a thing. Have it have some sense. Well, it doesn't have any sense. Right. It makes no sense.
I will point to a show that my daughter, when she was in high school, watched religiously, and they had multiple universes. It was called The Flash, and it was just a CW show, but they would have various Flash characters from different universes. But it was okay, but you understood each universe. You understood where they came from. You understood, okay, there's something going on simultaneously here in a different universe, but you could understand it. This was very abstract, where you have a family that's going to have a party that night, and the mother has to go visit the tax department where Jamie Lee Curtis is.
She's getting audited. Yeah.
She's getting audited, and she's trying to put it all together. And her husband's trying to keep the family together, and the daughter's rebelling.
He's also trying to divorce her. So he's not really trying to keep the family together.
Well, I want to talk about that for a minute because this.
Well, let me stop you here. This guy, the father, seems to know about the multi-universes, right?
Right.
He introduces her to the multi-universe.
His other personality does.
Okay, fine. Let me ask you a simple question. Why now? The whole life, she's never been introduced to it.
Right.
He's never stepped in and said, hey, look, honey, we have a multiple universe. Why now? Because they're being audited?
Well, because the only thing they say, and again, this is very unclear, because the end of the world is coming. the end of that universe will come. The end of all universes will arrive if they don't do this. My interpretation of that is
why? They don't answer that question.
They don't. But here's my interpretation of it: he said all universes will end, meaning his family will end. So what happens with Wayman, who's played by Key, says, okay, you first see the divorce papers and you think that she did it, Evelyn.
Yes, at first you do.
At first you think it's her, but then he did it. But he said he did it to get her attention to try to save the marriage. That's what I kind of picked up on. And then I feel that this other version of Key, or the actor's Key, Wayman, the character, is that represents trying to save the marriage. That's my interpretation.
Why does he suddenly now know that the universes are going to end?
Because I think he feels that his marriage is going to end, and to him, that's the universe.
Well, that's a long, hard road to swallow.
That's what I got. But this is what you're saying is, and here's the debate, Drew. You know, you and I have always talked about it with filmmakers. That's why the movie with George Clooney, oh God, I just spaced it, when he plays the airline pilot.
Up in the Air?
Up in the Air. I hate the ending because you don't know what happened. You don't know which way he's going.
How can you hate that and love this?
Well,
because I don't know what's happening throughout the whole thing.
But the debate is make the decision for us. You know, the director is supposed to make a decision, not the audience, right?
I agree.
And in this case, I think the decision is made that when she and the daughter, Joy, come together at the end, and it looks like the family's going to stay together, and there is hope at the end. The problem, to get to that point, you have to go through multiple universes with people having hot dog fingers, with holding a pizza sign with an arrow that she keeps spinning around on a corner. That you're like, where's that?
Butt plugs.
The butt plugs.
Guys fighting each other with butt plugs in. I don't get it.
Because the butt plugs give them their power.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
That was my
interpretation. I'm not familiar with butt plugs. I didn't know that. Maybe it says that on the box. I don't know.
I don't know, but that's my interpretation, because one of the guys was dead until he got another butt plug, and then all of a sudden he came back to life.
Must be on the box. Must be there somewhere.
That's when Key had to fight all these guys.
A lot of fighting in a movie that says we have to be kind.
Right. Yeah.
We have to be kind, but let's kick the shit out of each other while we're doing it. I mean, I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. I love that theme if that was the theme, but it wasn't. They fought after they said we have to be kind.
Right. I think,
don't know.
So I went in thinking I was going to hate it. And the reason I liked it was because I really enjoyed the performance. Anyways, if you haven't seen it, you have to watch it and decide for yourself, because there's a lot of twists and turns here. But I love Evelyn. I love the daughter, Joy. I loved Key, who played the father. And I thought Jamie Lee Curtis in her insanity was terrific. So
she was very good.
I really bought into the characters, and I wanted this family to stay together. I really did. I wanted the husband to be able to pull it off. And what I liked was, I felt bad for the mother. I felt bad for Evelyn. I felt bad for her. So that made me put up with a lot of things in the middle that I didn't understand. That's my explanation.
You know, they laid it out there.
I thought the acting was tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, but it can be tremendous in a bad movie. I mean, they laid it out in the beginning that she had all these other things that she wanted to do and she didn't succeed, and that's why she's getting audited, because she had those and she was deducting them from her taxes. And Jamie Lee Curtis wanted to do a Schedule C, which is what you do for a small business. Okay, but then it never really was explained why or how she wanted to do these things. We all want to do other things. I wanted to play center field for the Yankees. I wanted to be a professional golfer. We all want that. So apparently, I'm in other universes with butt plugs. I don't understand it.
Well, the other element there too is the husband kept saying to Evelyn, you weren't very good at anything, but you're going to be great at this. Like your
This
life,
being this
you
being
weren't
what?
right. But now you're going to save the world.
Ah, okay.
Or he goes, you're not very good at anything, but now you're going to save the world. And my interpretation was that to save his marriage, because he's kind of like, one personality that he has is he's kind of, he's I don't know, he's wishy-washy. You know what I mean? I mean, he's not very
Goes
sturdy.
along. He
Yeah, he
goes
goes
along.
along, and his wife definitely is in charge of the family. She's the dominant personality.
In the universe where she's an actress, I guess, and he's the
Oh,
guy
right,
with the glasses and he looks
right.
very dapper. He says at one point, I'd be happy just doing laundry and taxes. And I'm thinking, okay, why didn't you get into that damn universe if you can flop around these universes and just stay in that damn universe? What the hell are we doing?
Right. Or then the question is, well, if you're happy doing laundry and taxes, why do you need a divorce?
I was almost going to say, like, there was a line in there. I wrote down a bunch of lines. There was a line in there, a boring bucket of bullshit. I wanted to say that this was a boring bucket of bullshit, but the one thing it wasn't was boring. It wasn't boring because you kept watching, going, please explain this to me. I think there was some bullshit involved, and they kept saying nothing matters, and I'm thinking that's a horrible thing to say. Because as we all know, everything matters. A lot of stuff matters. So why am I watching this movie if nothing matters?
Right.
Why do I care about these people if nothing matters? And then they kept saying, we're all small, stupid humans. I'll go, I might be stupid, but I'm not small and I'm human. It's just, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
So I took it, would I say it's like one of my favorite movies of all time? No, but I constantly thought about it over and over again. And when the daughter and mother came together in the end, that sealed it for me. I thought that the mother and I thought their performances were terrific. But yeah, the universe with the hot dog fingers and the butt plugs and the pizza sign that's spinning around and around. Like, I have no idea what that meant. I mean, is that just her life is going around and around?
Apparently, in that universe, she's advertising pizza for.
Yeah, but okay, well, all right.
I guess you can be in that universe.
And then in the other universe, she's an Academy Award-winning actor.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's what she had dreamt to do. I don't know, but
she didn't dream pizza. I can't believe she ever dreamt pizza.
Well, so here we are, and in our we're going to do a top 5 later on that you can check out on our YouTube channel, as well as podcasts on wherever you get your podcasts, on Spotify and so forth, and Apple. Drew and I are going to do our top 5 best pictures since 1980. But I was
not 2000.
I said, since 2000. Oh God, okay. Well, I got to change.
You got to go back.
I got to go back. I got to change it since 2000. I thought it was 1980. Why did I say 1980?
I'll fix it. But needless to say,
Coda. I loved Coda.
No, you don't do it now.
No. Just listen. I'm going to make a point. I understand what you're saying. I'm going to make a point. Is that when you look at the movies that have won, because I want to make the point of both, because like Birdman or Shape of Water or Parasite, which I didn't see, Nomadland, those are all different types of films that in the past really haven't won Academy Awards, I believe. So, like, my question to you is, like, I thought Nomadland, I mean, I love Frances McDormand. I thought it was too slow, and it didn't make my list. And I was surprised that it won. But, like, do you think that writers in Hollywood, not the audience, the writers in Hollywood are bored with the formula prior to, so they feel they have to do these different types of scripts and different types of storylines?
I blame film school.
Okay. Interesting.
They're in film school. What they concentrate on is what you see here, the camera and the cuts and the film, and throw together. Is this just 2.5 hours of TikTok? I mean,
right.
It's just 2.5 hours of TikTok. I don't know. It's interesting. Look, I admit I'm old, so this maybe has passed me by. But Coda just won last year.
Coda was a great movie.
Great movie. So, I mean, the Green Book won a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was a great movie too.
So, I mean, I don't know, but you're right. The other ones won. So I don't know.
So I don't know. I think that people are taking chances. I
Taking
also
chances. Hollywood doesn't know what it is anymore. This all fits right back into our whole theme and what we are.
right
Screen
streaming.
time,
Yeah,
movies, streaming, and everything in between.
yeah. No, you're right.
Now it's just an open, it's crazy. You can do anything. And it won. Congratulations. I don't think the Academy Awards are going to exist 5 years from now because it can't. How do you define a movie? Why distinguish between best performance as an actor on a streamer versus a movie when they won't be making as many movies? There'll be a lot more streaming. Why even bother? Just best performance. I don't know what they're going to call it. I don't even know I don't see how it can stay. I don't see how it lasts, personally.
I think it will survive because I think it is a show that still gets an audience that can still make money on it. And for people like my wife who just they want to watch the red carpet and then go to bed, I think people love the buildup. I also think that independent movies are going to get a bigger seat at the table. Like To Leslie, I saw, and I thought it was a terrific movie. Now she was able to get nominated, but I think there's going to be more room at the table because I still think people are still going to make movies. They're not going to make maybe big blockbuster movies, or they'll make blockbusters, but maybe they won't make like The Green Book, for example, or the $40 million movie.
Yeah, it's more likely the $40 million movie because they stopped being able to make Green Book and stuff because you couldn't make money in the theaters making that movie. Now you can make money in streaming making that movie.
Maybe, yeah. So I still think there's going to be movies. I do. Like I still think there
Here's
will.
the difference, Gare. You could look at the Academy Awards back in the 30s, all the way up to probably 2000, which is why we picked this. And it was kind of the same. You understood what a movie was. There was no question what a movie was. There was a very sharp dividing line between TV and movies. It's not there anymore.
Well, no. And I also think that when it comes to the awards, I think they're all on a level playing field. The Academy Awards was always the big one.
Yeah.
The big one. Now I think the Golden Globes, the Emmys, and the Academy Awards are on the same level.
And look who's in streaming now. We've talked about it.
All the stars.
All the great Helen Mirren, for God's sake. All these people they're taking jobs doing this because that's where the writers are.
Yeah.
And that's where the good material is. No offense, Steven Spielberg, but that's where it is.
Yep, it is.
I mean, his last two things are West Side Story and Fablemans, and sorry.
Right. I mean,
I love the guy, but
did you see Fablemans?
No.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. That's next on the list. All right, that'll do it. That's our take on Everything Everywhere All at Once. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I did. Drew knew he was gonna like it, and he didn't.
I'd rather watch The Menu 5 times than watch that.
Boy, that's tough. How about that? Okay. So coming up, we're going to do our top 5 since 2000. Sorry, top 5 best pictures since 2000. That's going to be in our top 5, which you can get also on our YouTube channel and where you get your favorite podcasts. For Giuliano and Gary Tangway, that is another edition of Screentime.
Watch out for the butt plugs.